I'm essentially just going to cut the audio from this part anyway. It's just going to be sort of like an intro and entering into it kind of thing.
Among Us, My Little Pony. It's getting cut.
I'm not cutting that part. I'm keeping that part in. Oh, woke up today, feeling the way I always do. Oh, hungry for something that I can't eat. Then I hear that beat, the rhythm of town starts calling me down. It's like a message from high above. Oh, pulling me out to the smiles in the streets that I love. Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound's like a symphony. Good morning, Baltimore. And someday when I take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me. Look at this thing's face. Look at him. No matter what angle I look at this from, it looks hilarious. That is funny. Oh, they also have these. Oh, I might need to get a Sprigatito. Is all here. We've got Jordan, Brennan, Nick, and Steven. Stefan. I don't know what your Steven, right? What is your actual like first name?
It's Steven.
Steven.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I feel like I've seen your name spelt Stefan before, which is why I'm very confused. I thought you actually spelled it in the Discord that way before.
I think people just don't know how to spell.
Oh yeah, that might be the case. Regardless, the gang is all here.
In all fairness, the PH can still be Steven.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I can.
Steven, Stefan, whatever.
No, Steven with the V.
Stefano.
And if that video wasn't going on.
Here at the venue, it is obscenely hot. However, I am looking forward to actually starting to play today. Locking in with Palkia Ice Rider and hoping we make day 2, or at the very least make points. That's the goal coming out here. Still wanting to go for that Worlds invite despite it still being 500 CP and locals not coming back until like second half of the season, but we're still shooting for it, so wish me luck. So, played against Arc Pika round 1. I lost the first game because I had Training Court as the last as one of the last 4 cards in my deck, where if I bumped it, I won that first game. However, was able to come back, win game 2. Game 3 looked rough because I wasn't able to bump Path because Pumpkaboo was prized for this game. However, unfortunately, my opponent made a mistake that resulted in a double prize penalty, which resulted in me winning the game. So, definitely unfortunate, don't feel the best about that, but we're starting 1-0, so how bad can it be? We're gonna see if we can keep up a little bit of momentum and hopefully get day 2. Hey, we are 2-0 so far. Played against Mew in this past round. Round 1, they used Pokestop on turn 1 before doing anything else and discarded a Genesect, Mew V, and Mew VMAX, so that's super unfortunate. But that gave me plenty of time to get set up and be able to outpace Mew in that situation. Then game 2, I kind of just outpaced again. Not sure how really else to describe it, but we got there. So we are 2-0 right now, hoping to continue the momentum through the day and make it into day 2. So finished up round 3 just a little bit ago. Played against Mew again. Mew just went completely fast. Was able to get enough modifiers to just make my Ice Rider explode. So hard to come back from that. Game 2, they also just went fast. It was hard to keep pace. Both the games ended up being close. It was basically just hope they don't have boss for game, and then if you have boss, you have game kind of thing. but unfortunately it didn't pan out, so we are 2-1. We're going into lunch, so hopefully we can pull through, make day 2. Even if we don't, not the end of the world. On top of that, I just had a very weird interaction. I walked out of the venue and someone was like, "Why are you wearing a crown?" I'm like, "It's because I stream with a royal theme on Twitch," kind of thing. They asked, "Are you streaming now?" And I'm like, "No, I just wear this to events." Then they, out of absolutely nowhere, said, "Maybe you should get some girls." And I'm like, "What? No, I'm good, I already have one." And then the exchange was over. I'm very confused as to why that happened in the first place. That was the most odd interaction I think I've ever had with a person at an event like this. Well, I'll check back in a little bit later. Probably going to do a little bit less frequent updates. Probably like 3 rounds in, I'll give one more update, and then one more update, like, right before a win-in, maybe? If I get to a win-in, of course. But I'll update again later, and hopefully we make day 2. Catch y'all later. So we are still in it at the moment. We are 3-2. I played against Miyu in round 4. Lost the first game due to accidentally drawing 3 off Greninja and getting a 2-prize penalty. It was a very close game regardless. Almost pulled it back despite the penalty at the start. Game 2, I won against Miyu there, and then in Game 3, I unfortunately started Bidoof and got donked. So that was what sent me at 2-2, but then I hit Arcantel in round 5, which I was able to handedly KO every Arceus that came down onto the field, so that matchup was not particularly hard. So we are sitting at a comfortable 3-2 at the moment. Still have to win out to make day 2, but I'm feeling a little bit better, and hopefully I can ride this momentum out and probably make day 2. Well, less probably and more like hopefully. It is quite a bit later. Been feeling kind of lightheaded because it's been really, really hot in the venue, but we lost in round 7, ended up 4-3, so that knocked me out of day 2 contention. But in round 8, we did get the win, so we are 5-3. In round 7, we played against the Palkia Ice Rider mirror, so we ended up not getting more than 1 Ice Rider onto the field at any point in time, so it was always gusted up and KO'd, and my opponent always had 2 down, so unfortunate, but it be how it be. We lost that game. Then we played against Arc Pika, and won the first game, lost the second game, won the third game. Both of the wins were pretty solid wins. It was basically just a blowout either way, first, second, and third game. So now that we're 5-3, all I have to do is ID next round, and we'll get 30 points. Not necessarily the outcome that I wanted, but getting some points is good. It's a good start to the season. So I'll check in a little bit later. Hopefully my next round opponent IDs. So yeah, it's been a fun experience despite the fact that the venue's been kind of small and kind of hot, so it's been a little bit hard to function mentally. Been feeling lightheaded and sort of scatterbrained all over the place, but it's been alright. I've gotten to meet a lot of cool people. Some people I haven't met before, some people I have met before and just wanted to see again. It's been great. Other than the heat, but it's been good, so can't complain too much. It is the morning after now. It's 11 in the morning, and I am currently walking to the venue. Learned late last night when I was too tired to record that I got ending 531 240th, so I got 30 CP, which is nice. I am currently walking to the venue with like 40 plus pounds of shit on my back, so that's going to be exhausting by the time I get there. But overall, things are good. I'm just going to chill out for the rest of the day. Didn't really feel too terrible this morning because I was able to sleep in. If I had to wake up at like 7, I would have been feeling awful, or even before. So kind of glad that I didn't make day 2, but got some points out of it still, because I can kind of chill today. We're just going to relax before our flight back tomorrow morning. Back home after a long weekend, I went to the venue, played in a couple of side events. It was fun to play in the Lost Origin format, got a couple of tickets, used those tickets to get some packs. Didn't really pull anything from the packs, but after that, went over to Riley's Retro, hosted by Riley on Twitter, aka Stardust Songbird. Riley had a lot of different decks at that table, including decks from 2017, 2011, 2007, etc., etc. There were a lot of fun decks, and 2017 was the format that I initially got into. That was when I got into the game, so it was super nostalgic being able to run it back and play some of those decks again, including the Zoroark Drampa, the stand-in Zoroark with Drampa GX, against Volcanion, which was playing the Steam-Up Volcanion and also the Baby Volcanions, which was a lot of fun. It was fun being able to play in the format that I actually started back out in. After that, I went to the aquarium, so you don't have to. Got some footage of some fish, which I'll be using for the outro. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely cool. Probably the only thing outside of Pokemon that I'd want to do in Baltimore. So it was nice being able to get that out of the way so I don't have to go back to Baltimore. But after that, went to Shake Shack. I mixed up Steak and Shake and Shake Shack for some reason. But went to Shake Shack, got some food. Afterwards, met up with Riley and the gang and was able to hang out with them for the rest of the night. Had a lot of fun with them. Went to Cheesecake Factory afterwards. The Cheesecake Factory had, like, no food, which is crazy. There was one knife for the entire table, and at first I did not have a fork, and one of the other people at the table was set up with 2 forks, which was really funny. It was crazy disorganized at this random Cheesecake Factory near the venue, which I found completely hilarious. They were out of all of the pasta stuff and some other stuff, including Riley's pot pie that she wanted to get, which was wild. We had an entire Twitter thread about this really funny situation, which was great. I got a pumpkin cheesecake, which I love. I love pumpkin cheesecake. But then I afterwards flew back home, and I am here safe now, and it was a lot of fun for sure. I don't think I want to go back to Baltimore, but I would not trade this experience for the world. I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog video going over how Baltimore was. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and enjoy some fish. Catch y'all later.